I know this is uncomfortable. And I know that it's not something that you woke up today or yesterday and wanted to talk about. But I think it's time. I think it's time.
Yeah. Just the wind. I'm like, that was not wind. And I opened the door, and she's hanging out the door
Oh my gosh.
saying, "There's a tree in
Come
the
out
house."
to the garage.
said,
I
"What?"
literally,
was
like, I don't really exactly remember what happened. I feel like it was just so shocking, traumatizing. I don't know.
Did you scream?
Fire department stated that they said that our house is unlivable and it's structurally it's not safe. It's just not safe to be in there.
Chief, what do you have? Chief, what is that? Well, today was quite the productive day. Not as productive as yesterday, but still got a lot done. And I was talking to Xander and Kendra, and really just finally, it's just the three of us.
Yeah.
Because there's been so many people in and out of here. I haven't had the time to truly ask them from their perspectives because everything's happened so fast and we've accomplished so much in such a short time that I thought that I would ask them sort of what happened. Because while I got the phone call and we made it here and we've accomplished all these things, they haven't talked about it yet. And I kind of think it's important to talk about. We're also in their
A cool bedroom.
we're in their bedroom, which happens to also be their kitchen, their office, you know, all the things. But how lucky are they to have this place?
Hey.
For those two specifically. Okay, let me flip this around. All right, so hey.
It might be a while.
I'm trying to make a video here. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I'm making a video. Excuse me. Hi. I'm making a video. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So it was storming really bad Friday night. Mm-hmm. And there were winds of 70 miles per hour. And I sent Xander a text and said, hey, you better pay attention to the weather. And what did you say to me, Xander?
I said it'd be fine. I said we'll be all right. Because usually it's exactly like that. They say it's going to be really bad, and it's not.
And he was out here. You were out here, correct?
Yeah.
Kendra was in the house. What were you doing, Kendra?
Well, story time. So Ace and Chief know how to open our doors, like, because they're not just knobs.
They're a flat handle.
Yeah. So I was sleeping, and around 10 o'clock, Ace jumps up on the door and, like, comes inside. So he wakes me up. I was like, okay, whatever. So I text Xander, and I'm just like, hey, keep the dogs in the garage. Like, it's kind of getting a little crazy out. And then I was just literally walking from room to room, looking out the windows, just watching everything.
So you felt like the weather was bad at that point in time,
I don't
too.
do that. I'm not a worried about the weather kind of person.
But that night you felt it.
Yeah, absolutely. So before the tree fell, I was looking out the laundry room window, which you can, like, see the garage and everything. And the grill that is on the deck flew over.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, and I was like, oh gosh, something's brewing. And then at 10:49, that's when the tree fell.
And you were standing at the refrigerator.
Well, yeah, because like I said, I was walking from room to room. So I was like, just got done looking in the living room. And I was like, heading back to, I don't know, look at a different window, I guess, or like come out to the garage. I literally, like, I don't really exactly remember what happened. I feel like it was just so shocking, traumatizing. I don't know.
Did you scream?
I don't think I did. I think I just kind of like hunched down. Like, it was like, I heard the tree. It was either the tree cracking as it was falling or right when it hit the house. I don't know. I heard something and I was just like, duck. Like.
And then what?
Then I ran out. I mean, I don't remember seeing everything right when it happened. I just ran outside. Well, I called Xander And I swear it said that he answered his phone, but I guess he didn't, and I just ran outside. I was like, Audrey literally is in the house.
Now, did you hear it fall?
So I heard a wind. I heard about all the wind, and it was really loud. And we had music lightly playing, like we weren't jamming out or anything, but just the wind. I'm like, that was not wind. And I opened the door, and she's hanging out the door
Oh my gosh.
saying, "There's a tree in the house." And I said, "What? What are you?" I was like, "Get in here." I was like, "What are you talking about? Get in here." And then I look out once we're all in here, and I'm like, "Holy shit. There's a tree in our house."
So at that point in time, you're out here. Were you scared to go back in?
A little bit, because I didn't know if there was more damage to come.
No, but
'cause
Kendra-
it was
That's
still
why
windy.
I ran outside too, is because like I didn't know if anything else was gonna fall. I don't know if that was settled, if the house would hold it. I don't know. There's just a bunch of different things to like think about in that scenario.
Where were the dogs?
Here.
The dogs are out here, thankfully, because I definitely am glad because I did not want them in there during that.
And looking back, do you believe that Ace's open the door thing was a warning?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because when you told me that story, that's where my mind went, was really about the dogs knew. They say animals know.
Yeah.
And I feel like he came to get you, but that's also your baby.
Yeah.
Ace is Kendra's baby and is the baby of the dog family. And I feel like that he came to get you. And Xander pulling him out to the shop. Were they acting funny out here when they got back out here, Xander?
So both of them didn't go. He's the escape artist. He likes to just wander outside. So I guess he jumped on the door and woke her up because she was sleeping. I mean, this has happened before, but yeah,
Yeah, he
I'm
always
almost
opens
glad
the
that he did and he does that. Even
Yeah.
though sometimes it sucks, but
No, I think it's
if
really
not, it could've been
important.
a different event.
Oh, I wanna then fast forward to after you realize it's on there and you start to think about your house and what that means. Because Kendra's obviously scared to go inside.
Yeah.
Well, after that, we called the fire department too, just to make sure like no wires got hit. I mean,
And there wasn't going to be a fire. Like, it didn't hit any power because we couldn't see. At this time, it's 11. It's around probably 10:55, 11 o'clock.
yeah.
And I'm just looking outside, and it's still raining, and there's a loose branch up top still that it could have fallen any time, and it still could. If there's a good enough wind, it really could have done it today or any day. So, yeah, the fire department came. We talked to them. They initially said they had a thermal imaging gun so they could look through the walls and they could see if there anywhere wires were hot and it's starting to burn and melt stuff. So luckily we didn't have any of that going on, but they wanted me to turn all the power off. They're like, we got to cut the power to this whole place. I'm like, so I bargained with them. They're like, do you have anywhere else to stay? I was like, but I have 2 dogs. I was like, so that's the problem. I can't just go anywhere else I would. And I don't want to burden any other family members with 2 giant dogs that bark and shed a lot. So I just I was like, I know the wires are buried to this garage and they're underground. So, I mean, would I be able to just stay out there and then keep the fridge on inside? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. They're like, just make sure you come back in and turn that fridge off in the morning. I'm like, that's fine. Because it's already late at night. We're all tired and ready to go to bed. And then this happens and we're all awake again. So that's pretty much what happened. The fire department stated that they said that our house is unlivable and it's structurally it's not safe. It's just not safe to be in there.
And had you been upstairs to see any of the damage at that point in time, or were you scared to go upstairs?
No, I was a little nervous because I didn't really know where all the weight was.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it was scared just being in there next to that limb in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
It started pouring rain about 10 minutes in when they were there. I mean, pouring. And that was just the cherry on top for me. I was like, it just couldn't, it can get worse. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
But looking at, right then in that moment, I was like, this just cannot get any worse. Because then you think about all of the drywall, all of the studs, all of the insulation, everything is going to be turning into mildew and rotten.
But I think that it's hard in that moment to think about, like, at least you're okay and at least your dogs are okay.
Yeah. See, now we're at the point of that, and it's like you can't even be really mad. Obviously, you can be upset about it, but you can't be mad at anything because this is all out of my
Mother
control.
Nature. Yeah.
There's nothing we could have done to prepare for something like this, like at all. There's no amount of preparation that can help you with a 10,000-pound limb in your house.
So Kendra, so obviously, there's no perfect time for a tree to fall in your house. Nobody else says, like, you know what, we'll schedule that for next Tuesday.
Yeah.
But the timing is extremely significant for you all.
Yeah.
And I know that this is not how you wanted to make your announcement to family and friends, but as we're doing all of the work yesterday and trying to rush to empty out your home to save it from collapsing on itself, to save all of the rest of your belongings from rain and mold and everything else, and literally to save yourselves from the, from the structure as we try to figure out what's next, you're announcing something.
Well, it was also very scary for a different situation. This would be mine.
And surprise,
Yep.
Xander and Kendra were not just worried about themselves and their dogs. They had a third party to worry about. And I think that has heightened every single thing that you're going through. And I saw the worry on Kendra's face. I heard the worry in Xander on the phone the first night. Kendra FaceTimed me. Xander called me back. And I think we talked all the way till 2 o'clock in the morning that night. And then again the next morning starting early as well. And I will say that I'm so sorry that this was your grand reveal to family and friends, and that I don't think that you can name your baby Storm, because clearly because my horse is named that already, you can't steal that name.
This is a little too soon. And that's just too soon to be saying that.
But I think that what this does for me is thank you for allowing me to share your news with my friends and family as well, and with the world, and then also really puts into perspective of how much of a journey is ahead for you.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a very long process with your home. And this, while we're so grateful that you have it, and that you have heat, and that you have a bed to sleep in, and that your dogs are able to stay in their yard,
And a shower, man.
and we're working on a shower, I do think that the world will understand your stress levels. And it's not just this.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're on a time crunch.
There is a time crunch, and there is a lot of pressure, and
Hey.
Let's save it
there's
for
a lot of stress that's tied to this. So we're so thankful that you're okay. We're so excited about baby Walker coming into this world, and we want you to stay safe and to stay well and to have as least stress as possible through all that's ahead of you. So many people on From Suits to Boots, and I'm a Survivor, and Longhorn Lesters have been asking how they can help Xander and Kendra. And I did not want to speak for them, and I did not want to make decisions for them, and I didn't. So today I showed them the messages and the emails and all of the outreach of people wanting to help them, and it's been incredibly overwhelming. And we are going to start a GoFundMe, and it is to help them bridge the gap and to cover the expenses of just, the change and what is to come for them. And one of the things that Lester and I have always said is that we are not begging or crying or pleading for you.
We're not here to beg, but if people want to help, this is an avenue for them to do what they want.
So if you want to help, there will be a GoFundMe link in the comments. It'll be in their names, not mine. And again, we demand that you take care of your family first, and that they're okay. You can see that they're warm, they're safe, their dogs are great, like extra great. And this is, if the people that have asked and have reached out who just have it on their hearts, this is a place, and it'll be managed by them, and it will all go directly to them. So they have a big things coming. and are going to really have a lot of pressure to be able to get back into their home or figure out what will become of their home, because we're still in that place. And overall, it's a pretty dang stressful situation, and we're so glad that they're okay, that their dogs are okay, and that they have a place to lay their heads. And this is simply if you want to. And for everyone that can't or doesn't want to or anything else, just by watching our videos, obviously I'm Sander and Kendra's mom, and I will do anything for my children whatsoever. And again, they're okay. But for those that want to, the link is here. And we're so grateful that you watch the videos and that you've sent prayers and well wishes and kind thoughts. And I promise it's not unnoticed at all. So, baby Walker is due when?
We don't know yet, but
October sometime.
Yeah, October, November, around there.
I think October.
You do know that makes me and Lester extra. That's what I'm just going to call it. I'm so excited. And
it makes you guys grand.
we're grand. We're grand. So surprise to you. And I'm sorry that all of this happened at the worst timing possible. But again, we're so blessed that it wasn't
That was
worse.
the least.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Could have been way worse.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, more to come on this grand reveal. And I promise that we'll get it put back together and that we're okay. And that we're going to take it one step at a time and do our best to do everything right. And we'll go from there. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching the video.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Actually,
And seriously, do not feel obligated to donate anything.
absolutely. I would say put your family first and
Yes.
your needs, and if you'd like to, then great. But if not, no, we are not begging and we are not asking. I mean, we're giving you the avenue,
There we
I
go.
should say.
Thank you all so much. I'll catch you on the next video. I love you.